Hey everyone. Can you hear me? Can you talk? All right. Well, what's up, guys? So I'm sculpting a brick right now. Change this. I like this view better. Did anyone see the new Dark Knight Returns Batman from Mayfix? I know it's Mafex, but I like saying Mayfix. Did anyone see that? Uh-oh, what's that? Okay. Maybe I'm having bad internet. I got to get one of those direct connection things. So, it looks kind of good, right? Can't be perfect here. So I'm pretty excited because I use ZBrush and I got a new computer, so now I can sculpt really good stuff now on it. Before I couldn't because it wasn't strong enough. And it's pretty exciting for me. That means I'm gonna be able to sculpt figures on my computer with ZBrush, which is awesome. Any of you guys out there, any toy collectors, any passionate toy collectors? Passionate toy collectors are welcome. You must be full of passion for toys. And stuff. Alrighty, so I've been trying to learn StreamYard live recording software, and it's been a little bit bumpy, and I'm getting it so far, I think. Any guys out there? You guys like my Nosferatu shirt? Check it out. Look at this vampire shirt. Pretty cool, right? So let's see. I pre-ordered a Mesco Batman from Gaslight this week. And I might get Boba Fett from Star Wars. I might get him. I don't know. But that's a hot toy. But if I do that, I'm being really bad because I should wait like 2 months when I have the funds. Bum, bum. All right. I hope my audio is good. Let me check. Let me check this right here. I don't like this echo. Okay. Echo. Okay. Echo. Okay. So I know I can hear myself. So you guys can hear me probably, hopefully. So what I'm gonna do is I already have the other brick that I sculpted in the freezer. So I'm gonna bring it out. The reason why I put it in the freezer is so the clay will get really hard and I can carve into it with certain tools. And using sandpaper, it's a way of giving it a texture, like a really rough texture, like concrete has. So that's another trick. Also, using an X-Acto knife is really good. So remember that, using an X-Acto knife. In case you're learning how to sculpt. And then if you do it right, I guess you get something like this. And all these cracks and all that, that's the last step, the cracks. But I sculpted this one because I was trying to sculpt this one as a 1/6 scale, but it came out too small. So I'm gonna try again. I also did a cinder block. And yeah. So I'll be right back, and I'm gonna bring the other brick. Alrighty. So, anyone out there? Can you guys hear me? So this is the one I just took out of the freezer. It's nice and cold. So now I'm probably gonna carve into it. You see, I can't help myself. Like that. And like that. And you start chipping away little pieces. The trick is try to be random. Like try to make it look like the chipping is random. This, this is exact knife might be better. Here, that, there. Also, it's good to go to the corners and chip like the whole corner off like this. Just makes it look much nicer this way. Go like that. Cut that piece off. Knick-knack in here. Slash it. Do a little cut here. A little there. And before you know it, you're getting a really nice look to it. And I think one of the hardest things is making it look random. All right, so let me try the sandpaper. Is anyone out there? Dun, dun, dun. Let's do that. Sometimes a little piece comes off and sticks to the clay, that kind of sucks. But you have no way of knowing when that's gonna happen. So let's see. If you can wrap the sandpaper on a roller, I think that's even better. Uh, So also helps if you wear a one of these. These are magnifying glasses. I got these on Hobby Japan. Well, I mean, Tamiya makes them. Sorry, I got them on eBay when they were like 50 something, $55. But now they gone up in price. So try to look around and see if you can find something in price range. See, let's try this one. There. Alrighty. So it's good to do this because nowadays with all this pandemic and the virus, it's actually cool to stream for me live because I've been locked up. I've been locked up in my apartment for a long time, and it's a good way to talk to people instead of being locked up all the time and not seeing people. So it's definitely a way to deal with the stress. What's up? Is anyone out there? You want to talk about 1/12 scale toys, action figures, or 1/6 scale action figures? This is the place to be. So you can chit chat, tell me what you like, what you don't like, what you're getting, what you collect, and all those things. Let me see. Let me check something here. Did any of you guys see the Mayfex Superman from The Dark Knight Returns? Uh, the first picture just came out yesterday, and I've been waiting for that for a long time. So for me, it's pretty cool to see this. eventually, and I've been waiting for that for a long time. So for me, it's all right. So I know it's working. All right, so that's cool. All right, I just worried about the audio and all that. So all right, so I'll put these back on. These help me see really small things. That's one of the reasons I like using ZBrush because you don't have to strain your eyes, and I think that's really really good, especially when you want to sculpt something really small, like a 112 scale or 1/6 scales, you know. So let's see. Put that there. If you guys ever work with Super Sculpting, remember that you cannot leave Super Sculpting on plastic for a long time because it will eat through the plastic. So it will eat through your figure or surface like wood. So be really, really careful. You check my baby Yoda. Okay. I don't want my baby Yoda getting damaged. So, because I like baby Yoda. All right. Well, most people do, right? All right. So I'm gonna try and see. Let me do some cracks. So for the cracks, I tried various little X-Acto knives. This one is pretty good right here. So I used to do this and well, I did a little bit of diorama building. So uh, I started with Roma clay a long time ago, and then I moved to super sculpting. But I made a mistake. I should have talked to some toy people, toy makers, or something. But no one told me that they worked with wax, and I think I heard about it that they work with wax and all that. But I already got used to working with super sculpting, so it kind of sucks because I never got to work with wax. And with wax, you can really go crazy with detail. So I kind of feel like I messed up there a little bit. Wish I would have got into the wax, but now that there's ZBrush computers, now they can do all the detail, fine detail and everything. You just have to have a lot of RAM, like 64 gigs of RAM. Now people are using 100 gigs of RAM. You believe that on their computer, which is like crazy. So yep. And this little knife right here is kind of cool too. This one, so you can see this one. It's kind of like square. So this one, you just like go at it. Go crazy. Just like that, and that there. there. Let's go back to this big one. I'm gonna nickel off a big piece here. That. And then I'm gonna branch out some more right here. And let's do this right here like that. Like that. Then zigzag it like that. And then let's go down the road right here. Like that. And then I'm gonna meet up right here. There. And then I'm gonna open it up. It's sort of like drawing a lightning bolt. Yeah, that's what I imagine. Like it's a lightning bolt, and it's just going crazy all over the place. If you guys want to see something really bizarre, look up lightning ball lightning. That's what they call it, ball lightning. It's a phenomenon that really exists, and people have seen it and caught it on camera. And it's a sphere of pure energy, and it usually happens when there's thunderstorms or where there is lightning, and it's actually dangerous. If it gets close to a person, it could kill them because it's like a lightning bolt. And I heard a story about I heard stories about people, and you know, it could go anywhere because since it's pure energy, I think I'm not a scientist, but it doesn't have any mass, so it can go through walls like a ghost, and it can go through anywhere. So there's been occasions where people have been in planes, and it goes through the plane, or at people in their home, and the ball just comes out of the floor and floats somewhere, and it's usually blue. And on YouTube, there's there's actually I saw one video. So you just type it's called ball lightning, or is it lightning ball? I don't know. I think it's ball lightning. And scientists say it does exist, and it's pretty amazing. And sometimes it's mistaken for UFOs. People see these ball lightning balls and they think they're UFOs. So pretty interesting stuff. Just one of those thoughts out there, doesn't have anything to do with what I'm doing right now. So let's see. Oh, let's do this side. All right, so let me concentrate here. And so I'm pretty excited. Mayfex is making the Superman, which is awesome, awesome, awesome for me because I'm collecting that line. I know it's really expensive, but it's my favorite story in comic books, and I love it. So I'm gonna get all of them. I hope Mayfix does a lot more from that story. Come on, Mayfix. Make Bruno, make Abner the toy maker. Abner is the toy maker that makes the two little Chucky dolls, and they're like the Joker's bombs, and they're like smart bombs. They actually talk and everything. They're like little Chuckies. Really amazing. So I hope also they make the mutant leader and maybe some mutant gang members. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, I know I'm probably wishing too much because they probably won't make all that stuff, but hey, you can dream, right? You can dream. Okay, so it's starting to look like a brick, right? Look at that. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so let me just make some more detail. So this is pretty cool because StreamYard is free, and that's pretty cool. I was thinking of buying because I want to have multiple cameras so I can switch, and StreamYard can do that. I guess. I mean, I guess I don't know much about these streaming camera things and all that, but I saw this thing called the Magic Switcher, and I was just looking at it right now. It's really nice, but it looks like it's really expensive. StreamYard is free. Um, so I don't think I'm gonna get that switcher. I'm just gonna use StreamYard. And yeah, it's a really good switcher, but I'm not gonna get it. I'd rather invest it in figures, you know, get a really cool figure. Chop a big piece here. So I'm gonna probably do also some ZBrush stuff, you know. So I'll do some digital sculpting as well. Yeah. Okay. This is one of my favorite sculpting tools right here. And this is what dentists use to fill out the fillings in people's teeth. I got this tool like for $5, and it's one of the most useful tools I've ever had. Hey, if anyone's there, can you please let me know if you can hear me? Because I don't know if you guys can hear me. So it would be great if you guys can just let me know and type in the chat that you can hear me. All right. So a lot of love and care goes into sculpting. You know, so if you guys have a question or something, maybe I can help you because I know a little bit about sculpting. Like, I think that's one of the reasons why I love so much action figures. You know. Okay. Maybe I take a little piece here. Oh, and also, believe it or not, one of the most useful tools in sculpting, guess what it is? A freaking brush, a painting brush. Would you believe that? And I saw what's his name using a paintbrush all the time. The guy who sculpts the predators for Hot Toys. He does most of the predators and he does the bases. And I was like so shocked. Like, and he uses like this little pointy tool that looks like this right here. for really fine detail. And he uses a brush. You know, I don't have a brush right now, but these tools are really useful too. They're like rubber. Yeah, these things are really useful too. I'm gonna try some of these right now. Actually, I'm gonna try this one. It's really sharp. Look at that. So yeah, I think his name is something Tsang, and he's a magnificent. I mean, he's an awesome sculptor. And yeah, they use a paintbrush. Believe it or not, a paintbrush and a tool. So also here's my Dark Knight Returns figures. There's the Mutant Leader, Sentinel, some stuff I sculpted and stuff. I'm gonna be painting this piece of wood that I made. Didn't come out too good, I think. I think I could have done a better job. I'm gonna paint it just like wood. I'm gonna use acrylics. I'm gonna use dark brown acrylic, and then I'm gonna go over it with a oil light brown to make the fades. It's gonna look like a real piece of wood, I think. So that's gonna be fun. Okay. All right, where are we? See. So with this, you can do little holes and things. You can carve. You can do just about anything with this. The more detail you put, the better it looks for some reason. So this one is really good too. You can carve like this, that. Then you can put little holes in the. That. There. See. You gotta be careful so you won't erase some of the detail that you put in with your fingers. So what I should have done is I should have stuck a toothpick in there and hold it with the toothpick so I wouldn't touch any of the surface of the clay. You know? All right, so try to make this look like a real surface of a brick. There. Let's see. Then when you paint this, it looks even nicer. And what I use is a primer called Tamiya Surfacer. There you go. Super fine or fine. This stuff makes it look really nice. So it gives it this really nice paint job. And then don't ever think of not using primer because I used to do that and I used to paint my models without primer. And then over time, when you touch the surface of the model or the sculpture, the paint comes off really easily. But if you use the primer, the paint sticks to the surface and you can touch it, and it's much better. The paint sticks the best it can to the surface. It's the best. It's the best way to go. And I didn't know that. And I used to paint a lot of stuff, and I would be like, I don't need primer. What the hell do I have to do that right now? You can just paint all over, and that's it. It turns out the primer, compared to paint, I used to think that if you use just gray paint, it would be the same, and I was completely wrong about it. It Gray paint or other paint, acrylic paint, has like the paint particles, I guess, or whatever. They're grinded, and they're a certain size. And when you use just regular acrylic paint, these grains are, I think they're too big and they come off really easy. They don't stick really well. But when you use primer, it is like super grinded grains of paint in there, of pigment. That's what they call it, pigment. So because it's so super fine, it sticks really well, and that's why uh, people use primer before they paint their model. And I didn't know that, and I learned that the hard way. I painted this really beautiful custom storm, the Jim Lee storm, and I did an amazing job. Like I went all out and I did this amazing job on a figure, and I didn't prime it. And so when I finished the job and I was posing the figure and everything, the paint started rubbing off right away and cracking off, and it was like it was terrible. It was like, man, after all that work that I did, at the end I realized that I should have primed it, and that's how I learned my lesson. You always prime your sculptures or your model kits or your action figures, whatever. You prime it, and don't use your airbrush to prime it, because if you use airbrush, a really nice airbrush, and you use primer, unless you know how to clean it really well, it clogs the inside of your airbrush. So it's a real pain cleaning it off. So it's better to just use a spray can, and you'll save yourself, you know, all that hard work of cleaning your airbrush after you prime whatever you're painting. And you just use a spray can, and that's it. And then you wait for it to dry, and then you paint it with regular acrylic paint with your airbrush or with a brush, whatever you use. And that was one lesson I learned. And it took me a long time to learn. So yeah, always prime your models. Okay, so I think this looks pretty good. You just give it a little more detail. Just trying to make it look really nice. This is the first time I sculpt live. Like, this is like the first time I ever do something like this. Sculpting live on the internet. Like, I never done stuff like that. Like, I would always sculpt just, like a regular person. So it's kind of funny because you can make mistakes and it's live and it's kind of embarrassing. So, like, when I started sculpting, my dog, Michael, he pissed all over the floor, right, right here next to me. And when I was sculpting, this smell, I was like, "What the hell? What's going on?" And I was like, "Shit, Michael pissed all over the floor." So now I had to clean it up because it smells so bad. Michael's my little dog. You guys don't know. Miquito. Yeah. Okay, so I'm almost done, guys. So hopefully, more people will show up. Last time, some people showed up. This time, I don't think. Oh yeah, there was this one guy that showed up, but I was having audio problems. So, all right. So it looks pretty good, I think. Let me just touch it up a little here. Yeah. The thing is, if you go over the cracks with the sandpaper, it starts to erase the sandpaper. I mean, the cracks in the brick, which I don't want. There we go. All right. All right. So take this off. It's so uncomfortable using this thing, you know. There. Now I can see better. All right. So I will continue. I'll finish this soon. And yeah, guys, if you guys want to join me and talk about toys, come on over. We'll talk about 1/6 scale, 1/12 scale, the latest toys. I like talking about making them, trying to make them, learning how to make them. And yeah, if you guys have any questions about sculpting, if I can help, yeah, let me know. And I'm gonna add a third camera, and I'm gonna introduce Michael. He's gonna hang out here with me, and it's gonna be awesome because this is just the beginning. I'm gonna be sculpting other stuff, painting, prototype stuff that I make. I like to call it prototypes, but it's just sculptures. And oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing ZBrush stuff too. I just gotta learn how to use StreamYard well enough. I might do the membership thing, so uh, that might be better. And let's see, yeah, I'll be just anything about toys. I like to talk about Hot Toys and Mayfex, SH, Marvel Legends, the new GI Joes, the new He-Mans, all that stuff. I love toys. So you guys, you know, I'll talk to you later. I'm tired right now, and I'll finish this next time and show it to you next time and prime it and maybe paint it. I like to paint it red or maybe like a light red, maybe like a brownish red or something like that. I don't know. Just make it look just like a real brick. So it'll be in scale with a 1/6 scale figure like this. Although this guy right here, he's kind of big. He's a big dude. He's the heavy gunner from the Mandalorian, and You know, he's a big dude. So I was trying to make it in scale with 1/6 scale, but he's a really big dude. So he's not like the average size. So okay, guys. So I'll see you guys layers. Let's see. And